Hello and welcome to this body scan guided meditation. You can take this meditation either sitting in a sitting posture or lying down. So just take a few moments to find the position that is comfortable for you, and we'll begin at the sound of the bell. So just starting by taking a few deep breaths, making any small adjustments to your posture as you do. Not too sleepy, slouched, not too upright, but with a straight spine. Breathing in and out through the nose. Just noticing the condition of your mind right now, whether it's quite calm or quite busy or very busy. Not judging in any way, just knowing that that is how your mind is right now. We're going to be using the body as an anchor in this meditation, so that when we notice the mind has drifted into thought or story, note that it's drifted and come back to whichever part of the body we're focusing on. And so as we want to get away from the busy mind as much as possible, I invite you to bring your attention down to the very tips of your toes. Just allow the breath to go back to its natural rhythm if it's not already. Paying attention to the toes. Starting with the big toe on both feet, just noticing the temperature. Noticing if you can sense the next toe, the second toe, the toes, in contact with the big toe if they are. You're not trying to move your toes or move your feet or change anything, but just becoming aware of the toes. And on both feet at the same time, from the big toe, just seeing if you can notice, focus on each of the toes all the way to your little toes. And do that within a few breaths. Noticing the temperature, any sensations that are there. And remembering, if you can't feel either one or some or all of your toes right now, or any part of the body during this meditation, and that's fine too. The intention is to attempt to bring our focus to that part of the body and away from the drifting mind. And we'll begin to move up the body now, so from the toes, noticing the very bottom of your feet. So the ball of your foot, the arch of your foot, heel, these are both feet at the same time. Also acknowledging how your feet work so much for you during the day. You might sometimes, often even, forget how your feet work. You're starting to have gratitude for the body too, gratitude for your feet. They work hard each day to get you wherever you need to be. Right now, you're here, focusing on them. And the rest of your feet, the left and right. We consider the front of our feet now. Moving up to the ankles. Important joints. Again, helping us move throughout our day. Noticing any tension that's there. It's fine if there's not. Maybe on the next out breath, if there is tension there, just seeing if you give your ankles permission to relax at the same time. Still maintaining an awake posture. Almost as if you're breathing down into the ankles. On the out breath, releasing any tension that's there. Again, if there isn't any particular sensation there, that's fine too. Just being curious about whatever might be there. As we continue up the body into the lower legs, the shins. Perhaps being aware of the solidity of the shins, the front of the legs. And then moving around to the back of the legs. Softer nature, the muscle, the calves. But also another part of the body that works hard for us. Maybe it's been working hard quite recently for you. Again, allowing the breath to almost reach down into the calf muscles in the in-breath. And seeing if there can be any release of any tension that's there on the out-breath. And just staying there for a few breaths. Remembering the mind will inevitably drift off at some point. Just gently taking a few breaths even, 1 or 2 breaths to come back to the area of the body we're focusing on, which right now is the knees. Incredibly important part of the body, the legs. Just take our weight. Again, we can give this feeling of gratitude to our body, something we may not do on a regular basis. Breathe down into the knees, noticing any sensations that are there. So we begin to move up the legs, so the thighs, front of the thighs, welcoming whatever sensations are there. Not trying to change anything, knowing that we may be able to release some tension on the out breath. We consider the back of the legs, thighs. Moving our focus up to the buttocks. Noticing the sitting bones. If we are in a sitting posture, noticing the contact with the seat, the cushion. Maybe you feel a little uncomfortable there, but invite you for a minute or two not to move. Just watch any discomfort that's there. It may just be discomfort rather than pain. And seeing if it changes or goes away within a few breaths. By all means, if you are uncomfortable, then do move a little. But do your best to maintain steady, awake posture. So bring attention to your hips. Moving round to the back of your body, and your lower back. And starting the tailbone, just working your way up the spine of the lower back. Maybe 1 or 2 vertebrae each breath in and each breath out. Get to the middle of the back. And start to notice the ribs. Within each in-breath, expand and contract on the out-breath. Still moving up the spine, the top, and where the spine meets the shoulders, the neck and shoulders. Almost as if your focus is going over the shoulders from the back and then back down the front. So noticing on the in-breath, again, the rise and fall of the chest. And down towards the belly. And the in-breath, noticing it expanding and contracting. And if you haven't been breathing too much into your belly during the meditation, just try to take a full deep breath into your belly. Just noticing this awareness you're giving to your upper body, having been up the spine, over the shoulders and back down to the belly. Increasingly becoming aware of the body. As we return to the shoulders, noticing any tension that's there. It can be an area where we can carry a lot of tension. And then moving your awareness down both arms at the same time, so your upper arms. A breath or two moving down to your elbows, becoming aware of the sensations in the arms. So you move down your forearms, arriving at your wrists. Again, another area that can work hard, particularly if we use computers or our hands for other things. So we bring our attention to the backs of our hands and then to the palms of our hands. And in the next few breaths, just gently bring awareness from the base of your fingers, from the palm of your hands, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Just notice the temperature at the tips. With no right or wrong temperature. Just becoming aware of what's there. And whilst your awareness is at your fingertips, notice you may be able to feel a pulse, your own heartbeat. Something you probably don't notice very often. Just sit with that for a few breaths. And again, if you don't feel that pulse, then that's fine. Just sitting with how it feels at your fingertips. As gently, within a few breaths, we're going to go back up the arms, back into the hands, wrists, lower arms, the elbows, the upper arms, rejoining at the shoulders, and then focusing on the neck, focusing on the back of the neck as well as the front. Maybe you haven't swallowed in a while, you might want to swallow in the throat. So bring attention to your head now, starting with your jaw. Notice if you're holding your jaw tightly, which is fine, but just in the out breath, you have an opportunity to soften the jaw, moving the teeth apart from one another, the upper and lower teeth. Bringing attention just under the nostrils. Maybe you can sense the coolness and warmth of the breath for a moment, depending on whether you're breathing in or out. It changes subtly. Moving up to your eyes, noticing if they're clenched tight. And again, just within a breath or two, not judging yourself, but being able to loosen that, having the eyes sit loosely in the sockets. Noticing tension at the sides of your eyes, your temples. Accepting whatever's there. Maybe easing any tension on an out breath. So you consider whole circumference all the way around your head. So you take the final few inches up your head to the crown of your head. Breathing into your head, breathing to the top of your head. And imagine your focus, even though your eyes are closed, just maybe an inch or two above the top of your head. Noticing if you can sense the awareness you have brought to your body throughout this meditation. All the way from the top of your head down through the body to the tips of your toes. Being compassionate with yourself for when the mind has drifted off, which inevitably it would have. Being grateful to yourself for taking this time to acknowledge the body as you notice again the contact you have with the seat, the ground. Notice the sound of your breath. Spending a few moments in silence now. I invite you, when I ring the bell, to open your eyes. So taking your time, settle back into the room, but still maintain that sense of feeling your body, being aware of your body. Maybe that it aches a little, so of course you might want to start stretching if you haven't already, but also being aware that your body is a tool that you take around with you every day, that you have the opportunity to check in with, to see how it's feeling. And in moments when you really need to come back to yourself and feel grounded, then you can just start with feeling your feet on the floor. So I hope you found this meditation useful, this body scan, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.